Right. Or just have the people that work at the TSA line in Philadelphia at the Philadelphia airport just scream at you like they did to us on Sunday. Got up at 3:30, got there at 5 or 4 o'clock, and the flight was at 6:50. My brother-in-law was like, "Oh, there won't be anybody there. You can show up 15 minutes before and walk right on." I was like, "No." First of all, they didn't have clear, so Alex, wrong there. Wrong on the fact that there would be no one there. It looked like refugees from from a broken down old pajama factory that they had gone into and stolen all of the old dirty stinky pajamas. Yeah. And then they were all deciding to flee from the Philadelphia International Airport. The place was packed at 5 o'clock in the morning. We get there and the line is, all over the place. It's zigzagging here and there all the way down the hall. And this woman standing there screaming at us at 4:30 in the morning, screaming. Get over there! Get back to the line! Get over the line! Get over there! Okay. She's yelling at us. And everyone's like, it's early in the morning, and they're all clunking along, trying to get back to the line. Get back to the line! So as I walked by her, I decided, well, if you want to treat us like animals, I'm going to act like an animal. So I just started mooing a lot. Really loud, and I stood there and mooed. Moo! Moo! She's like, get in line! She's like, moo! 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 Meh! Meh! I was throwing the pig in there because you can't moo really well early in the morning. Meh! Meh! I was doing the sheep. I just walked by her, and Rye and Nick were like, stop it. Stop it. I said, let me say something to you, guys. First of all, hold on. Why do you have to do this, Rye said. I said, let me tell you why. They are treating us like animals. I'm going to act like an animal. But you're not an animal. I said, I know. I'm making a point. I am protesting the fact that this person who's being paid by me and everybody else screams at us. I said, can you imagine in a publicly traded company, in a privately held company, can you imagine someone working for that business to scream at you, right? Like you're at the bank or you're the supermarket. Get on the other line! You're like, I'm not going there. Is that the way Safeway tells people to move from the one line to the other line, screaming at you? I said, only the government would employ that piece of, in order to scream at people early in the morning. No regard for customer service. Doesn't matter. Just screaming at people at 4:30 in the morning. So I just stood there and meh, meh. Listen, it wasn't pleasant for anyone, but I think I made my point.
Did anyone join your chorus of farming?
No, I didn't get anybody else. No one else joined. And people weren't even looking at you. Oh, you're on your pajamas.
Do you feel like you made a difference?
No, not at all. But I proved my point, which is this. Again, there is no reason. The only reason you can employ someone like that and have that person behave that way is because we have no options. We can't go anywhere else. They've got you. They have you. You can't go, well, I don't like the way they treat me. Like if they screamed at you at U.S. Bank, you'd go to some other bank, right? Right. Because, well, I don't want to be treated like that. But you don't. You have no options, so they just treat you like garbage. And they just scream at you in the morning and move you along.
So you kind of breezed over it.
Dad, you don't get anything done with that. I said, Rye, I just need the vent like a goat.
You say there was no clear line, which is what really triggered you in the beginning, right? Because that's
yes. Thank you, doctor.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then secondly, it's funny because I think a couple of weeks ago we talked about how miserable it must be for your family members to travel with you.
Oh, absolutely.
You definitely reinforced that with your mooing. Because I don't think anybody suffered other than Rye and Nicole.
To be embarrassed by me,
yeah.
And then I said in a loud voice, we're going to do NetJet. I'm going to buy hours on a private jet.
Right.
And then they were like, okay, I'd rather have you moo than talk about that.
Didn't you ask Siri on speakerphone how to get a private
right there. Okay, Joe was going to bring that up. That makes me look bad. Shush up. Here comes Nate the Big.